All right, folks, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let me go and flip the screen. There you go. Okay. Look at Nathan. He's like a gangster. All right? It's like, yeah, what you doing? So this is Yusuf Chowdhury, and this is part of the San Antonio Marketing Group. And today's session going to be on Robot.txt file. What the heck is that? So we're having a class right now. So this is a live event. So I won't be able to engage with you guys. I apologize for that, but you can watch the presentation. If you have any question, feel free to ask those questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you later on when I'm done. Okay? So let me go and switch it. There you go. Cool. Can you all first of all, can you all hear me? Say yes. Give me like number 1, or give me a thumbs up or something. They give me some hearts. Hey, hey, hey. There you go. They give me the hearts. You all can hear me, right? Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah? Yes? Sarah, thank you. Awesome, they can hear us. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, folks, let's start because we're out of time. Okay. Betty's like, okay, but Betty, why are you looking there? The screen is right here. Okay. So if y'all want to connect with me on all the social channels, just look up for my name, and that is my cell phone number. Feel free to text me anytime if you need any help. And we also want to thank Venture Point for allowing us to come here to host this event for you guys so you can come and learn. And also WP Engine for sponsoring this event so you all don't have to pay. Okay? Only one person? Make sure you take a snapshot and give WP Engine a shout out. Okay? Okay? All right. That's Venture Point's Twitter handle, Venture Point SA. And for WP Engine, that's their handle and that's mine. And today's hashtag will be SEO. So if you learn something new, you want to tweet about it, you want to Facebook about it, you want to Google Plus it, use that hashtag. Now, does anybody know what is the purpose of the hashtag? Because I don't want to tell you to do something you have no idea what is it about. Segmentation, huh? Topics. Yes, because somebody go to Twitter, somebody go to Instagram, they do a search for SEO, and they will find your topic, okay? So that's the benefit of having those hashtags. All right. I also want to make an announcement that Venture Point, they have an offer through me. If you want to become a member of this co-working space, you can pay like $50 a month. Okay? And with that, you can get 3 hours of consultation and, every month through me. And also, we can also collaborate with other businesses right here. So if you need some help, the place is available from 9 to 6, Monday to Friday. So those are the price, and these are my offers for you if you become a member, because we're trying to bring all the entrepreneurs and local businesses to help each other. Okay? Just like Cafe Commerce and Geekdom. Any question? We're good? Yes. Look at Tammy was like, ha-ha! All right, we'll move forward. WP Engine, they're still hiring, so if you know anybody who is a WordPress developer that wants to work for them, they have their actual office is in Austin, but they have a new one here at Geekdom, downtown, and they're looking for WordPress developers. So if you know anybody who is a WordPress developer, like your cousin, your niece, your uncle, your grandpa, your mom, your father, your neighbor. You see, excellent question, Nathan. Yeah, they don't want you to develop. They just want to, support. Because when the customer calls for troubleshooting, because you know the coding, you can fix it. Okay. That's what they look for. And I heard that they're very flexible with hours, and you can work from home or whatever the case may be. But please double check wpengine.com/careers. Okay? Careers. All right. Okay. What the heck was that? No. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. All right. Now, before we start, how many of you knows? How many of you know what is Robot.txt? You know a little bit, right? Nathan, because he's the developer. He's the coder. Anybody else? I know you know what is Robot.txt file. What about you, Betty? Because I know you develop too. You don't know what is Robot.txt file? Yeah, it's by default. That's true. It's automatic. Okay, so here's the definition real quick. Basically, it's a file. You can create this file in a notepad or text editor. It has a purpose. The purpose of the file is to basically give some type of instruction to the Google search engine or any search engine's crawler. Okay, that's all it does. And what you have to do, once you create this file, you have to upload it to a server. Okay? Everyone's looking like freaking out. Okay? Calm down. It's not that scary. So that's all it is. It's just a file. You upload it to the server, and it does specific thing to your website. Okay?
Any particular thing, or you're going to tell us?
That is a beautiful question, and we'll go there. I'm glad you asked. Now, yeah, okay. Now here we go. So why we should learn about this thing? The first thing is, why should we learn about, robot.txt file? I mean, you're a business owner. Why the heck you want to learn about this stuff? Well, if you have a website, at least you need to know why it's important. Because I'll guarantee you most of you didn't have an idea what it is, right? I can see all your faces are like confused, right? So first of all, because it is part of the on-site SEO implementation. Can anybody tell me what is an on-site SEO? On page. Right. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, guys. So look at him. He's like a guru. Okay. So here's the thing. Basically, what it means when you implement SEO in general. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and define SEO a little bit, because a lot of people confusing, and some people actually confuse you. What does SEO mean, right? For me, well, actually no. SEO stands for selling enormous octopus. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, you're right. It's called search engine optimization. But again, what does it mean? That's just a definition. That's just like a terminology. I don't care about the terminology. I want to know, what does it mean, right?
Oh. It helps the search engines find you.
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Now, let me give you my definition. I didn't make it up, but here's my definition. The SEO first, in order for you to understand it, the SEO is what? It's a technical, okay? It's a technical and creative. Thank you. It's a technical and creative process, okay? Are you guys listening to this? It's a technical and creative process for the purpose of what? Influencing what? Influencing your web pages. Okay, it's a technical and creative process that will influence your web pages to rank on the Google search for the purpose of what? There you go. For the purpose of driving targeted customer to your website. So that's what SEO stands for. That's the whole definition, right? But when you implement the SEO strategies, there are two sections. The one that you guys just mentioned, which is the on-site SEO, that means everything is done on the back end of the website, right? And this is only done once. The only time you change it based on your marketing strategy, when you have a Google Analytics installed, when you see like things are happening in terms of traffic, things are where people are not clicking, then you can change a few things. But initially, it's a one-time deal, right? The majority of the work usually done on the off-site. And off-site is totally different topic. Like, content marketing, link building, and social media signals and whatnot. But for this one, Robot.txt, it only involves with what? Just the on-site implementation. So it's part of the on-site anyway. That's what you have to know. That's the first reason. The second reason, if somehow your developer or somebody else added the Robot.txt file incorrectly, did you know that it can actually harm your website? It can definitely harm your website, right? We have a client that, had it served with somebody else. For some reason, his website started to not get penalized, get deranked. Deranked means it's going backward. Instead of being on the front page, it's going backward. We took the project. We did everything according to the Google standard. And for some reason, he's still not ranking. This is the funny part. We were able to push traffic, and he's seeing the traffic. The traffic is going up every month, but the ranking is not going up. We figure out to do some research and see what's going on, and we found out somebody messed up the robot.txt file, or before he left, maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong, that they actually blocked the search from indexing. That's why he wasn't going up. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's what they probably, I'm going to say they probably, I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt and say they probably made a mistake, but that was one of the reasons. If he didn't investigate that, we wouldn't know what's going on. But for some reason, still, and it's not ranking that well, we're still working on it. But anyway, so if that robot.txt file was input incorrectly, it can actually harm your website. So that's the second reason that you need to learn what is robot.txt file. The third reason, anybody use Google Webmaster Tool? And you have to actually go to the Google Webmaster Tool Academy because they have all the information about the on-site SEO, all the strategies, all the technique, and they do mention a lot about robot.txt. If you read the document, they mention this a lot of the time. So if it's part of the Google standard and Google's guideline, that means we have to learn it, right? Then the last and not least, Robots.txt also explained to you how the search engine work, like how all the search engine, how they interact with each other. When you put this code, what does it tell the Google bot or the Yahoo bot or the Ask bot or Bing? Does that make sense? So that's why it's crucial that we need to know the basic. Okay? So that's the reason, I recommend that we need to learn this. Now, any questions? Yes?
So obviously if you do it incorrectly, it can hurt, right?
Yes.
The opposite is true. If you do it correctly, it can actually help.
You're absolutely correct. I'm glad, Tim, you asked that question. And in fact, when we go to the next chapter, you will see that sometime there's no need to add this. And I'll explain to you why. Okay? Good question, though. All right. Any question from anybody else? We're good? We understood this now? Is it clear? Very clear? Okay. There you go. Do you need a robot.txt file? My recommendation, this is my personal opinion, I don't know about other people. If your website is very, very simple, like very simple, there's no login, there is no e-commerce, just like a very basic, like a brochure style, let's say it's crappy, right? And you don't need it, okay? Because I'll explain to you later on why and what Google will do when you don't have one. But if you have, like, let's say, most of the WordPress website, I think you should have it because you have a login through the link. Maybe you have a membership site. Maybe you have an e-commerce. You definitely need to have this because there are some reasons for that. First of all, the first reason is, why do you need to have it? Let's say you have certain pages in your website that you want to block the Google Spider or Bing or Yahoo to index it. Let's say I don't want the search engine to index my contact page because there's nothing there. Or I have a membership page, I don't want that to be indexed because it's supposed to be private. Or my login for the WordPress, I don't want to index that. Why do I want to index, .com/wp-admin? Why do you want to do that? To have the spammer find it? Does that make sense? So in order for you to block certain pages on your website, you can use this file. Okay, maybe I can block the category, the tags, maybe some gallery picture that I don't want anybody to see it. Then you can use for that reason. Number two, if you want to, this is what Tim was asking. Number two is you want to tune the access. That means you want to make it easier for the search engine to crawl the site properly. Because what happened is that when the search engine, any bots, when it finds your website, the first thing it does, it looks for robot.txt file. That's what it does. That's the first thing it will do. It will try to find where is the robot.txt file to receive the instruction. Okay? What happens if you don't have it?
It doesn't get instructions.
It's not prioritized.
It's not prioritized.
It doesn't get instructions not to look at certain pages, so it may look at them.
Yes, it will go through. It will consider it as if you allowed it. So it will index every single page. Okay? If you don't add the robot.txt file, it will index every single page on your site. How about this? You guys are smart. Excellent answers. Now, second question. What happens if you created the robot.txt file, but you didn't add anything inside the file? What's going to happen?
It will look at the file and
What's going to happen after that?
instructions. It will index everything.
Yes, it will still index everything. Because not having it or having it with no instruction is the same thing to the search engine. Okay? So it will just consider, okay, you want me to just go index everything. Okay? All right, good answer. Good answers. Now, number three, because this is part of the Google's guidelines, so if you want to understand Google's guideline when it comes to like web development and SEO, go to Google Webmaster Tool, which is now called Google Search Console, right? And they organize it very well. They have tons of videos. They have good instructions. So please do follow that because I'm going to tell you this. You're going to be surprised. 9 out of 10 of the websites out there don't do the basic of on-site SEO.
Google Search Console?
Yeah, it's called Google Search Console, but you can also still search for Google Webmaster Tool. Because the purpose of Google Analytics is to what? Is to understand the behavior of your target, visitor. And the purpose of the Google Webmaster Tool is to make sure that your SEO is done properly. In fact, if you get hacked, they will let you know. And one of my clients did get hacked. Inflatable Wonderland, you guys know them? Yeah, their site got hacked. So Google sent me an email quickly, said, hey, there's a nasty link in your site. You got to clean it before we set up a warning, because Google's going to prevent for a visitor to go there, right? I mean, they're going to send you warnings, so what's going to happen? Google's going to throw it, oh, this is a hack website, so they're going to try to derank it because it's a dangerous site. So as soon as I got that, unfortunately, they were with GoDaddy, sometimes you suck, okay? So it was GoDaddy. Unfortunately, they didn't help my client. All they tried to do, oh, let's go ahead and upgrade. I'm like, really? So I had one of my developers go inside all the files and clean it. It removed all the nasty stuff. Then I went to Webmaster Tool and made a resubmission. Then Google got back with me within a few days. Okay, everything is clean. Okay? So that's why you need Google Webmaster Tool. For SEO and for protection and for malware and whatnot. Okay? All right, so that was number 3. And number 4, if you're developing a website, let's say your website is live, but you don't want the Google search to index it, then you can use the robot.txt file. That's another reason. Okay?
So does that mean it would perhaps find just the homepage, but nothing else?
You can do whatever you want. You can block the whole thing for now, but my recommendation, no, let it index.
What would be an instance where one would want it to not be indexed?
Well, if you use WordPress, there is an option that says do not do index in the search engine, then Google's not going to index it, and you can still keep working on the site. But me personally, I don't recommend that. I recommend that even if your website is not ready, what would you do? Oh, I can't even talk tonight. You use a plugin called Coming Soon. Use a plugin called Coming Soon plugin, and that's it. So when somebody visits the site, it says Coming Soon, and here's a tip for you. Here's a $100 tip for you. You all ready? In the Coming Soon plugin, you can put your information. Like if you want to call me for the business, here's my social media channels, and here's the email, subscribe. Once the website is live, I'll let you know. So don't just make a regular Coming Soon page. Make sure that you have like awesome looking graphic, right? Looks like a site. That would be beneficial. Then you can log in the back end and do all the work. Does that make sense? All right, any more questions? We're good? All right, so how to create the robot.txt file. So if you have a PC, you can open the Notepad, just a Notepad, application. If you're on Mac, maybe you can open a text editor. So these are the commands. These are the most popular command. The first one is called user agent. You're going to type user agent, and the star here means what? You're close, but this stands for all the search engine bots. So this command is talking to all the search engine, like whether you are Yahoo or Bing or Google or Ask, whoever. That's what it means. All of them, yes. And of course, disallow, leave it like this, okay? Now, be careful. Make sure that your robot.txt does not show this right here. This is the big no-no. Because if you put this space slash the slash, you know what you're doing? You're telling the Google bot or any site, don't index me. Yeah, it's the root directory. There you go. So you never, because I've seen sites with this, you never ever want to do this. You can do this because this basically means that, yes, come in. Come and index everything. Okay? But this one here, it tells you, don't index the page. And number 3, this is an example. So let's say I use the same command that says what? Do not index everything. But if I use it this way, like you add the folder, that basically means I will index everything except that folder that has the gallery. So this is how you do it. You get a space slash the name of the folder or the gallery, right? That's an example. Now what about this? Here's another example here. The last example is, you know what? I want the Google or Yahoo or Bing index everything, even the gallery, but I don't want it to index specific file. Or let's say I want the search engine to not index the gallery, but there is one image that I want it to be indexed. So what you do, use the command allow. Right? Gallery slash my image. So that means they can index this one, but not the whole gallery. That's it. These are the basic commands. There are other complicated commands. I don't want to get into that. I'll let Michelle next month come in, because that was actually her class, so that she can talk in detail. But if you know the basic of this, that's it. Now, the cool thing about WordPress, by default, it does that. In fact, it does this with WP-admin by default, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, but if you have a specific file, like let's say you have a lot of categories that you don't want it to be indexed, a lot of tags, then you can do like this command, then you put tags, categories.
I remember Michelle talking about like at the WordPress camp,
Right.
How you use this to keep your archives from duplicating search engine ranking or listings.
Right.
And
No, you're absolutely correct, Nathan, because let's say if you have different archives in the WordPress that are similar, then you can come here and do archive. Basically, you're excluding the archive to be indexed. Or you're excluding different images that are duplicate. You want to make sure that the search engine doesn't index them, because if it's duplicate, you can get in trouble. Now, the cool thing about Webmaster Tool, Webmaster will let you know. Because the Google Webmaster Tool will let you know which category, which page are duplicate. If it happens, then you go back where? You go back to Notepad, put this information, go to your web server, upload it, right? Then go back to Google Webmaster Tool and do a refresh submission. Okay? Okay? Yes?
question. So I got an email about 2 weeks ago. Well, actually, one of my clients got an email about 2 weeks ago on one of the first WordPress sites I ever built, like a few years back, and I haven't done anything because he's self-hosting it or whatever. But he was like, "Hey, I got this email from Google, and they were like, Robots.txt can't see your CSS and JavaScript files." And I was like, "That's weird."
Right.
At first, I thought it was like a phishing scam, but then I looked at the email, and it was a Google email. And so I went in and I logged into his Webmaster Tools, but there weren't any errors. So he hadn't updated his core in a while.
Right.
I was like, let's get you updated. And I updated him, and after that I didn't see anything. But I don't know, have you ever heard of anything like that? I just thought that was weird. I was like, why would it want it? Why would it care if I'm indexing my CSS and JavaScript?
That's something, I'm glad you mentioned it. That's something just recently Google sent email to all the webmasters. It happened. You're not, tons of people, developer got that message. But you don't have to do it though.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're asking about this. You need to, your CSS and Java is unblocked. I'm like, I don't want it to be unblocked.
Yeah, I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. So, in fact, there's an article I'm going to send it to you because there's a debate about it. Because what Google's trying to do, they're saying index everything. But some people saying that I don't want to index everything. I have a membership site. I don't want to index that. Because I have private PDF document, private video. Why do I want to index that? So there's a two argument in this situation. But I'm going to pull that article for you because it explains what's the issue with the CSS and.
I'd really like to see that.
Yeah. Because I got, oh my God, all my customers like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. What is this? I said, no, don't worry about it. Just. And there was an article in Search Engine Land that somehow Google apologized. Say, hey, it was a glitch. You don't have to really, do it. But so don't worry about that. But anyway, yes.
So what area of WordPress does that get?
It's not done on WordPress. It's done on your server.
On server.
Yeah, but if you go to Webmaster Tool and you click on crawler and robot.txt, it will show you what do you have. I'm going to show you an example real quick. Okay. But by default, you're going to have this one with WP-admin. That's what you're going to have. But at least you know what it means, right? So is there any question about this? This is just the basic, so we need to make sure that you know the basic.
So that's a notepad file.
Yes.
And you're going to tell us where to put it on the...
When you open your server, you go to the root file, then you have like WP content, then look at, there's one of the folder will say robot. You open it, you just drop in the TXT file. That's it.
So you don't need a special header
No.
or anything like that?
No, that's how simple it is.
Because my other question is, like, what's the big difference? I mean, I guess, HT access is for routing.
Right.
But, I mean, can't you kind of do some of this stuff with HT access? I mean, this seems like a lot easier syntax.
Oh, yeah.
For,
It is.
layman to understand. Because, HT access, you got to do rejects and all that.
You got to do rejects plus you also got to do redirect.
Yeah.
Especially with those people that move from HTML to the WordPress, you got to redirect it because the Google the search engine will still pick up the old one, and if it can't find the page, it will give you the 404 error. We had one client that got 12,404 links. 12,000. Why? Because when they moved from HTML to WordPress, they're all duplicates, right? So we went to the Webmaster Tool. I'm like, oh my God, like 12,000. It took my team like almost 7 hours to clean it. Okay, because when they switched it, they forgot to redirect. Like in the, let's say, yusuf.com/HTML, right? Now, in the WordPress, you don't need the HTML. But what happened, Google is still picking up the HTML and giving you the 404 error. Does that make sense? So that's why you need the webmaster tool to kind of help you out, make sure everything is right. So you all have any question about this? We good? Make sure you understand these, okay?
So what does the Yusufied guinea pig look like?
That's like this. That's how it looks. That's like that. That's just an example, right? And it's very easy to create it. Just you put this in the text, if you guys are interested, I can send you a list of complicated, like commands for different lot of stuff. I'm just giving you basic because I want Michelle to give the same class again next time. Okay. All right. Any questions? We're good. You guys are scholars. All right. Now, before we end this, it's very good. I highly advise you to check this website, Verve, like barber, right? Verve.com. This is run by Patrick Sexton. This guy is awesome. He actually set up a couple of tools. Look at that tool to how to follow Google guidelines, webmaster guidelines. So you can enter your website right here. It will tell you if you're following the Google Webmaster Tool guidelines or not. So that's very awesome. Okay, it's not like the SEO analysis. It's specifically if you're following the guideline from Google. He built this. Used to be called the Feedbot before, but he changed the name to Verve. So please follow him, Patrick Sexton. I believe that's his name. Follow him in Twitter. Follow him in Google+. And when you go to this website, I'm not kidding. I mean, he put so many tools like a speed test, and in fact, there's a full chapter about Robots.txt that he talked about it. What I love about him is that he simplifies all this. Like the way he explains it is very simple for an average person can understand. Okay, but if you go to Webmaster Tool, me and you can understand it, but most of us, you're like, oh, what is this, right? So I highly recommend that you do please follow Verve, VARVY.com. Okay, Barbie, like Barbie. All right? Yeah. So any questions, folks? No. We good? All right. Y'all have been Yusufied. There you go. Let me see if anybody in scoping here, any question right there. I guess not. That's it. All right, folks. Thank you. All right, folks. Thank you. Nathan again is like, I'm going to cover you, man. There you go. There you go. Don't worry, man. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this show. Thank you for the hearts. We appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I'm going to check Twitter later on to see so I can answer this question. All right. See you all later. Thank you. Have a good day, wherever you're at.